Hello and welcome back on the course of Python, Beginner to Expert. Today we will be starting the chapter 2 of the Python course, that is Python Setup. And in this video we will be installing Python. As we can see in the chapter 2, we have two modules that are installing Python and running our first Python code. So these two modules will have each of their separate videos. And now we are going to start installing our Python. To install Python in our systems, we will start with opening a web browser. But first, before we install Python, we need to know a few things. That there are different softwares that gives us access to Python programming. For example, Anaconda, Miniconda, that is the miniaturized version of Anaconda, IntelliJ, and the Python IDLE. Now, all of these are very perfect, and I personally use Anaconda. But as a beginner programmer, we need to learn everything using the very basic tools. We don't need advanced tools that can do our job for ourselves. We need to learn the basics ourselves. We need to learn how to write codes ourselves. For this matter, I will recommend the IDLE of Python that we are just going to download, and I will show you how to download the IDLE of Python. Okay, so to download the IDLE of Python, what we need to do is we need to go to the website python.org or org/downloads. Once you are on this website, you will see a download Python 3.9.5 or whatever the version is when you, as per the version that you are working on, the latest version whenever you are watching this video, you can download it. So now here you can see that we have different OSs, the operating systems. If you have Windows, you can choose for Windows. If you have Linux, Unix, you can choose accordingly, and you can press the download button. So once the download button is clicked, the downloading will automatically start. Okay, so by this time I hope that you have downloaded the Python whatever version that we have, the application, and now let's run the .exe file or whatever file we have, and let's run it and let's install the Python. Okay, so here is the installation window. So here we have the install now, and we have install launcher for all users, obviously. And now what I will recommend you is to add the Python 3.9 to path. Click this box here. So what this will do is it will allow us to run the codes much more efficiently. It will add the Python path to the system, and it will allow us to run all the codes without adding it manually. Okay, so now and then press install now, and it will just install, and it is installing, and I will see you once the software is installed. Okay, so now I hope by this time that the Python has been installed in your systems, and if not, you can pause the video right now, right here on this screen, and once you have paused this video and wait for the program to install, and then let's continue. And now let's continue. So let's begin. So let's search Python in our search bar. Okay, so here we can see that we have few versions of Python that are in my system. Okay, so first we have IDLE, that is 3.6. Then we have this Python, that is 3.6 for the Python exe file compiler for 3.6. We have 3.9. We have manuals for 3.9, and we have the installation files, and we have the documents for 3.6 and 3.9, and then we have Anaconda Navigator in my system. And what we need to do is, this is Python for 3.6. So to run Python, we need to search ideally, and in this is our Python ideally window. And here we will type our codes, and we will run our codes line by line here, and we will see everything that we can do in Python. Okay, so just to make sure that it is installed correctly, we will just you will just write whatever I am writing and press enter. Once you have written, press enter. So it has shown H, and the Python has been successfully installed. Okay, so this will be all for today's class. And if you have any doubts, any questions in installing Python, or you have any errors, you can either use our email that will be in the description, or you can use the comment section, or you can use a quick Google search that will be more faster to resolve your problems. Thank you for watching and joining us on Programming Paths, and hope you have a nice day, and I will see you in the next class.